Hello friends, and welcome to another video. Okay, so today's video is a video that I've been meaning to get around to for a long time because, well, I think the main reason I'm desperate to explain this particular subject is because I can't use a cell phone really good. Like, I can't really talk on a phone comfortably. I can't text. I can't return messages and stuff. And I feel really bad, like, every time I don't return a message. Because I'm just like all of you. Like, you know, I got my phone on standby and I just feel bad when I can't return messages and stuff. But the reason is because I am electrosensitive. And so I just want to throw a disclaimer that I'm not antisocial and I desperately want to talk to you. I want to talk to my friends and family. I do. I love you guys. But I am not able to spend a lot of time on the phone. And most of the time that I do spend on the phone, it's taking care of, you know, boring stuff that you don't want to spend time on the phone anyway to have to do. But we all have boring stuff that we have to take care of because we got to pay the bills. So, being electrosensitive, I'm not able to read things. Electrosensitive people are not able to read things online, so we have to print everything. So it sucks. I have to have this huge bulky printer in my room and I have to print everything because I can't sit there and read and scroll and read because my brain feels like it's boiling. Basically, my brain feels like it's boiling. I start to get a little bit dizzy and my eyesight starts to change and I can get headaches. If I stay too long, I'll start to get headaches. But I get the burning sensation right away and the boiling feeling, I get that right away. And it's also kind of like pressure. I could describe it as that. Pressure, especially here on my forehead. And so when I use the phone, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me just read to you a description out of one of the things that I printed. This is electromagnetic hypersensitivity recognized as a disability by Sweden, Canada, and the EU. Okay, so what is electromagnetic hypersensitivity? The term electrical hypersensitivity was first used in 1989, while electromagnetic hypersensitivity, EHS for short, was coined in 1994 to reflect sufferers' sensitivity to magnetic as well as electric fields. So that can include microwaves. It can include some kinds of light bulbs like energy-saving bulbs. Smart meters are a big one that emits dirty electricity that bothers people. As early as the 1930s, however, EHS symptoms were observed in people working with radio and electricity, and with military radar in the 1940s. Because of course, every single electronic device is emitting a man-made electronic field as compared to the natural electronic fields that are electrical fields that you would experience in nature, where we can be near trees and you know, be on the earth itself. The earth itself is a huge electromagnet, you could say. It's an electrified magnet, and it has a very weak electrical magnetic field, but you can feel that when you walk outside with your bare feet. But all of these man-made devices and appliances that we have, these emit different kinds of fields. And especially now with the wonderful invention of microwaves, we have microwave technology, which is the same as cell phone technology and internet technology. So we're actually getting very low doses of microwaves when we're using our devices and stuff. Okay. So military radar in the 1940s. And military radar gave birth to GPS, by the way. Environmental EHS appeared in the general population from the 70s with computers. Okay, so people were already feeling sensitive right away. So I think, to me, it seems like either you're sensitive or you're not, because I've always had this problem. Like, ever since, I would say, I'll take it back to like 2002, 2003, when everybody had cell phones. Well, actually, I guess it would be just like, you know, the turn of the century or whatever, or the late 90s, having cell phones and stuff. I had a problem already, like immediately. And also sitting in front of computers and laptops, I had a problem even way back then. So I've always had to choose jobs and things that didn't require a lot of screen time for that reason. It is increased in the 80s with mobile and cordless phones and Wi-Fi from 2000. Thousands of people are now linked with EHS support groups in 30 countries. The first started in Sweden in 1989. The UK group began in 2003. Sweden recognized EHS as a functional disability in 2002. The Canadian Human Rights Commission did likewise in 2007. In 2009, the European Parliament voted for persons with EHS to be recognized as disabled. So everywhere else in the Western world, you know, their governments and stuff recognize this as a genuine disability. Because obviously, how many jobs can you work without actually, you know, interacting with screens and stuff like that? So I never, you know, try to get disability for it because it's not a thing in this country yet. Despite having official recognition, many doctors still know little or nothing about the condition. So that's a shame. And I think that's, you know, kind of a US issue. I noticed that when I go online and I find videos about this subject, most of the videos are made overseas. So you find people in Australia, you find people in the UK, and there are also people in the United States as well, although I don't know if that would relate to disability with those people, but there are entire communities that are devoted to not having you know, cell phone towers nearby, you know, just getting as far away from the cell phone towers and the Wi-Fi signals as possible, and any of the radio frequencies as possible. So that's all I want to read from here. This is a really great article. If anyone's interested on the subject, you can download it and print it. It's electromagnetic hypersensitivity recognized as disability by Sweden, Canada, and the EU. And most of the documents that you find that are on this subject will have a PDF, because we need a PDF. People like me, we have to read stuff on paper. All right, so I have to use technology, right? I have to. Like right now, I'm recording this video on a cell phone. And normally I would have my radiation glasses on, right? These glasses are what radiologists use that take x-rays of people all day. They have to protect themselves just like the patient has to be protected. They also have to shield themselves from the radio frequencies. So these glasses are things that they use, and they also they have a whole bunch of gear, and some of it's very fashionable, and I would love to get more of it, but it's kind of expensive because it has lead sewn into the fabric, and like this glass on these glasses is lead tempered glasses. So I should have these on actually, because I'm staring into the screen, but I don't have it on. But I do have my phone on airplane mode. I have the phone on airplane mode, and also the phone that I'm using is the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, which is it's like the third on the list for lowest emitting cell phone that you can get. And this cell phone 8, this is from 2018, and it's very glitchy. It's very glitchy. It barely functions as a cell phone, which is my complaint to the telecommunications industry, that, you know, stop pushing us so hard to buy the brand new technology. Can we still use the technology that we have? I have a whole drawer of phones. I got like at least 10 or 12 phones, because I have to rotate the phones because they each emit different kind of frequencies, and some of them bother me. And then when they start bothering me, I have to rotate that. But some of the phones I can't even use, like this one. This phone right here, I just use for stuff that you don't really need very much internet. I mean, Facebook works really well on here, so there's a credit to Facebook. They must have some very strong signal or something for Facebook, because it does work on this phone. This phone is a Samsung Galaxy Note 2, which is the second phone on the list. The first phone on the list is a Samsung Galaxy Note 1, and I was gonna buy that one, but this one is twice as powerful as the one, which is still like, you know, eight or 10 times less powerful than the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, which they're on now, is the 10. So this phone is so amazing that I've been actually able to spend time on the internet lately, because I can just turn on my Wi-Fi and just go far away from it. Like I'll go outside to the car, stuff like that, and then I can be on my phone. And I love this phone because it's not powerful at all. Like this phone will not give you a headache. It will not bother you at all. So this phone was not able to accept a SIM, but like I said, the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is able to accept a SIM, and that's the one that that's the phone that I use. So just in case you're wondering, could I get a Samsung Galaxy Note 2 to use as a phone like for today? No, you can't. It won't accept a SIM. I tried it with my phone. I tried it with 2 different phone companies, and you can't. It won't. So there's the phone that I use. And then whenever I'm talking on the phone, I always use a speaker to listen with. I don't ever do this. I never do that. I never put the phone up to my ear. And even when I'm listening to videos, I always use a speaker. I can't tolerate this, listening to it directly coming out of the phone. So I also use this. This is the Coco phone, and this is like an air. They call it earbuds or AirPods, which I haven't bought because they're like $80 or something. But this phone right here, it works on some phones, and then some phones it doesn't work on, so I can't use it all the time. But this is really nice because it's just like the AirPod, so you can listen to it, but you don't hear yourself talking through it, and it separates you from the device. So that's really nice. So if I'm watching videos, which I do every day, or even if I'm watching TV, I can't even watch TV. Like just sitting in front of the TV, just the heat and the radiation coming off of the TV is too much for me. So I have to protect myself. And so I'm going to introduce to you some of the fabrics and some of the materials that I've tried, and some that were sort of a flop. I actually bought the radiation protective stuff, which, if you've ever had x-rays, you've seen this kind of stuff, right? This stuff works really well, but it's heavy and it's really cumbersome, but it works really, really well. Like if I have to hunker down and I have to do something for a long time on the laptop or something, for example, then, I use that. I also got the thyroid cuff because, believe it or not, my chest, I feel some type of way when I'm in front of a screen. Even here in the chest area, it's terrible. I feel it. This right here is a headband with magnets on the inside. See the magnets? Now what the magnets do is they kind of repel the signal off of you. So you can put this on like this. You can put it on like this while you're using the device. And I could be using this while I'm using this device, and I can feel the shift already, because there's 5 magnets on here, and they're coming together. And this also helps to kill pain as well if you have pain. And that was my original reason for making this headband, was that I was having headaches, and I wanted to kill that pain. This is another way to do it. This is just an ace bandage with magnets glued onto it. So I can put this, say if I have pain on my shoulders or stuff, I could put this, like this. And also if I want to use this to repel signals, I can use it like that. So these were the things that I used before. Oh yes, and I also used just aluminum foil with tape. This is the back of it, and this is the foil side. So I don't. This might be a double foil, aluminum foil, and copper foil actually repels better than aluminum foil. Copper foil is a little bit more, costs a little more money. But this aluminum foil is really nice. I have my router wrapped in a box, and I wrap the box in this wrapping paper to keep that signal off of me. And I also had like a little headband that I made like this. And it helped, it did. But then I realized that you can just get some fabric that repels the signals. So this is the fabric that I have. So whenever you see videos, if you see me with this fabric all wrapped up, my head is all wrapped up in it, that's because I'm using devices that day. So I have to wrap it, I have to really wrap it, and I also have to wrap my nose like that. So I have to wrap almost my whole face when I'm using devices or when I'm watching the big TV. This has pretty much, well, I have this kind of fabric for my router, so I just wrap my router in that. so I can use my Wi-Fi. Otherwise, I cannot be in the same space with the Wi-Fi. And even with this, even with it all wrapped up, and I can wrap it up real good, it still bothers me. So I still can't be in the same room with the Wi-Fi or the same area for very long. This is a fabric that I found that I ripped out of something I found at the thrift store, which was it was for pregnant people, and it was like, this was like the inside of a top for a pregnant woman to protect the baby, which tells you something right there. If you need something to protect the baby, then you know that should be an indication that the signals are not good for us. This works really, really well, and sometimes you'll see me with like a beanie or a headband or something, and I'll put it like this, and I'll put the headband or the beanie over it because I'm using devices that day. As far as like watching videos and stuff, if I'm watching on my phone, I usually use this. I use this because I can't look at the screen. I can't look at the screen directly. And this is good enough for my phone, but I still have to wear the glasses, even with that. If I'm using the laptop though, then I use this. And this is a radiation screen. It's kind of dirty. I meant to wash it, oh well. But this is a radiation screen, and this has some kind of film over it that is tempered with some kind of metal or something like that. And this goes over your screen. And I always tell people that work in front of screens, and you know, if it starts to wear you out, because it kind of sucks your energy, it kind of like drains you, you know, like that's how I feel when I'm in front of a screen. It feels like, you know, like a vacuum or something. So this helps to put a barrier between you and that you know, thing, whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. I mean, it seems kind of insidious to me. And also, if I'm using the laptop, then I always plug it in. And I turn off the Wi-Fi because I definitely can't sit in front of the laptop with the Wi-Fi. I can't watch TV, like I mentioned. So that's kind of sad for me because I can't just, like, you know, sit down and enjoy movies with everybody. If I do, I have to wrap everything up, and I look like the Taliban, really, because I can't tolerate the frequencies. So I just wanted to make this video. I'm sure I left a bunch of stuff out, but hopefully this just is a nice introduction into the subject matter. There's a lot of things online, a lot of articles, and there's also a lot of videos that you can watch that are on the internet. One of them is called Resonance. We are beings of frequency. It's called Resonance, and there's a few more that are really great, and they're good to watch because it just gives you some insight. Like, they use, you know, professional meters and stuff, so you can see like what is really coming out of this thing. Like, what is it, you know? So thank you for watching this video. I hope it's been interesting, and have a nice day. Peace.